Thank you so much for coming and joining us this weekend. It's an enormous pleasure to be here with you. I'm so honored to be invited to do this, and so grateful personally to the Institute for all it brings to the University of Michigan. Of course, there is that fabulous gift of time and intellectual and creative community when one is here as a fellow, and I've been extremely...
Our idea behind the spring seminar this year is experimental. What we're looking for is to bring to the public, and by the public I mean educated donors and alums and friends, community people, anybody who wants to sign up, should be given the position of being something like a fellow in our Institute's research seminar. And so that the idea behind our fellow seminar is that we have a group of diverse people across the humanities, all of whom should be able to weigh in on work in progress from different perspectives.
I think I said to Emma when she asked that something bad had happened in another country. Eloquent moral explication, don't you think? We dawdled over supper and the television news. Their father on his way back home, our week's work winding down. The pain was someone else's, I've no claim to it. The pain was someone else's, and the boy.
Well, I work on campus, I'm a staff person, and just the idea of not just hearing a poet lecture, but to really get insight into their process and to see opportunity to read poetry and then get to see inside, the poet's mind and where do they begin.
Well, I'm in the military, I'm in the Marine Corps. Just what my advisor in the honors department knew about this and said, hey, you should check this out. So the human role, that's the key difference between automated things and like morally definable things. So the humanities are that it's how we as human beings apply that kind of the intangible things that we as human beings are capable of. They inform everything we do,
To have an institute like this that actually brings disparate voices in the university together, allows them to talk, brings those perspectives to bear on fundamental questions, that's outstanding. I think that simply asking good questions is a starting point when you're at the University of Michigan, where it has a large footprint globally as well, and you bring the kinds of people together that we do, by definition you start to create knowledge and you create insights that drive change.
The humanities is sort of often taken as a given or a stepchild. Folks focus on current politics or science breakthroughs or the latest new thing. And the humanities are what are the core of the human existence. And so the role of the Institute is to remind people that what is great thought, what are the new problems to think about? It constantly brings forward and makes us remember things like wonderful poetry or art. And so the role of the Institute is sort of to be that little tickler that gets you thinking and reminds you why, as I love to say, science has made us live longer and finance has made us wealthier and have a better life. But it's the humanities that remind us why we want to bother to take the trip.